Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. This is Shankar. In this video, I will explain about generics, generics in core Java, generics in core Java. So let's get started. Generics in core Java, core Java. So first point, tell me why generics are used in core Java or Java. So generics mostly used for type safety, type safety. Right? Generics are mostly used for type safety. What generics will resolve? Generics will resolve. Generics will resolve cast typecasting problems. So what resolve? Generics will resolve typecasting problems. So generic will resolve typecasting typecasting problems. So third one. So like if we are faced these casting problems, which error we will get? So we will get class cast exception. Class cast exception. So class cast exception occurs occurs when occurs when you when you try to cast an object to an object to an incompatible type. Incompa- incompatible type. Incompatible type. So incompatible type, right? So these are the three important points about generics in core Java. So why generics? Generics used for the type safety. So what it will resolve generics? Generics will resolve typecasting problems. So suppose if typecasting problem occur, what happen? It will throw class cast exception. When this exception occurs when you try to cast an object to an incompatible type. So examples I will show in IDE. So let's move to the IDE first. So first let's move to the IDE. Let's create a class. Right click, new class. Suppose like check check. I am created one check class maximize. So main, let's add main method. So now let's create array list. So array list, let's remove this generics list equal to new array list. So let's add list dot add object. So list dot add object. Suppose new integer value suppose 10, right? Semicolon. So it is deprecated, right? Remove, otherwise you can add like this 10. After that, so let's add some more two records like 11, 12. So I want to get first record or zeroth index record. So list dot get of 0. See, let's read the documentation what is saying. So index of the element to return. So If the range is out of the, if the index is out of range 0, it will start from 0th index. So, okay, and so let's do what it will return, say object. Object it will return, right? Like object it will return. Suppose obj like this. So, but I want this as a string. String. Suppose str. What I will need to do here now convert string. See no compilation errors, right? So if I want to print the str, so system.out.println str. Right? Select all control shift have format controllers. So right click, run as Java application. See exception in thread main, class cast exception. So java.lang.integer, what is saying? Integer. Integer cannot be cast to class string. So it is saying it is not possible. So as of now, what we understand, generics in core Java, generics are type safety. Generics will resolve typecasting problems, right? Class cast exception occurs when you try to cast an object to an incompatible type. So, for example, so now we are experienced. We are experienced. So this is the issue. We got the issue. How to resolve this? How to resolve this? So how to prevent? How to prevent class cast exception? How to prevent? How to prevent class cast exception? Right? So so one solution is use instance of check. Use instance of check. How to use that? So how to use that? Use instance of check. Right? Let's go to the code. So let's go to the code. We need to use instance of check, right? So therefore object obj instance of string. If it is string, then I am saying so, see here. So now let's cut this one to get the error equal to. So cut this one control here equal to null. So suppose str equal to we need to typecast obj. Select control shift F control S. So let's try to run a Java application. See it is printing null. So because object instead of string. So but it is not string. That's why it is printing null. Let's change to suppose let's say array string. So now run a Java application. See it is 10. So command this, right? This is the solution. So we need to do like this. So instead of list of list dot get of 0, typecasting here. First we need to store into object, then we need to check and we need to typecast. This way we can resolve typecasting problem. This is the one way. Other ways also there. I will explain. This is the one way. So fifth point. So like another way like so instead of types. So instead of types, right? Instead of types. So next way by using generics. So just we need to enter the integer. Otherwise we need to enter the string. See, these are the errors. So it will not allow. So let's remove this everything. Enable this. So now we need to print, right? This dot get of index 0. So 0. This is the second solution. Run as Java application. We can also do this. So another way, wildcard symbol. So another way, wildcard. So this way, instead of providing the type, we can question mark. It will allow any type. So it will allow any type. Add 11 like that. See here we are getting the error, right? This way it is not possible. Do one thing. Let's take a private method. So for that private void suppose add. So list generic list. So this is the type. We don't know which type it is. This is generic, like object type, string type, integer type, any type. So I want to iterate this list and print. For that, so any type, right? So let's take object obj colon list. So I want to print as the standard output println ob. So import. I want to calibrate this. Let's create a object. Let's remove unused import. Let's create a object. Check equal to new check semicolon. So now it is a static, right? If we want to use without object, we need to make this as a static method. So it is non-static method. That's why I have created up check dot add. So we need to pass some list. Suppose write dot add this some this like this anchor comma 10 comma 2. So different types of arrays. Let's see. Right click run as Java application. See it is printed. Right? So this is where you use here generic type. Any type. So this way we can issue wildcard symbols. So in this video, we have successfully understand about generics in core Java. I will repeat one more time. Generics in core Java. So generics will provide type safety and generics will resolve typecasting problems. Generics will resolve typecasting problems. If typecasting problems are occur, what kind of error it will raise. Class cast exception occurs when you try to cast an object to an incompatible type. So if typecast exception is raised, exception name is the class cast exception. So this is the normal code. So it throws the class cast exception. I showed O to prevent. So O to resolve. This is the resolve. O to resolve typecasting problem. So I used instance sec. So I imagine there is no generic, so I use an instance sec. After that, I use generics integer type I am provided. This type only allowed. I am using wildcard symbol question mark. That is also I choose. Directly adding list of question mark variable name equal to array list. That is will not possible. So this way we can achieve. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to this video.